What's up? Exanime, episode 52. God, I
Yes.
forgot I'm still wearing the other headphones. It just sounds so weird. It sounds good though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else sounds good? This season of anime.
Well,
You see that? You see that fucking transition? See that transition? First thing we're going to talk about is shows we're looking forward and are upcoming, and then we'll give the ratings of last season's shows.
Yes.
Because so far, a few shows have already started airing, and even tomorrow, a shitload of shows start airing. Because we're recording this on a Thursday, so October 7th, right?
Yeah.
October 8th, 9th, and 10th, there's a lot of shows that have started their airing.
Mm.
So we're on live charts currently, and we're just going to go down the list.
Yeah.
We've already talked about some of the shows we're interested in. It look cool. This is kind of a finalized list. We're just going over it again so you guys can kind of follow what we're going to follow on there. But the first show on the list is Jobless Reincarnation.
Part 2.
Part 2. Because season 1 ended. I didn't even know season 1 came out this year. For some reason, I felt like it came out a long time ago. So they're actually really on top of it. So episode 1's already out. I've heard good things from my buddies that have watched it. And of course, I'll be watching again. So this will be a Henry exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys might see some graphics. I'm going to try and put like the pictures of what we're talking about here.
Okay.
But it is streaming on, it doesn't say. It should be back on Funimation. Last time I was on Funimation, it should be on
It's on Funimation.
It
You have
doesn't
to click in on the
actually
actual.
click on it?
Yeah.
We're obviously not watching One Piece, despite One Piece being good. Not watching One Piece. Oh man, you gonna watch Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Oh no, it seems pretty. Man.
Demon Slayer is kind of a weird one because the
It's just
official.
I was just pulling the joke on it. Shit.
No, I was gonna say that. So the first official season 2 episode starts in 58 days.
Yeah.
The episode 1, it's basically like the TV version of the movie that's going to be broken down into a couple episodes of Mugen Train airs in like 2 days.
Yeah.
So there'll be that, then the break, and then it'll
It's
get
weird
into
because
season
episode
2.
1 is supposed to be an hour long. So a lot of us thought that it was going to be like, oh, season 1's starting. It's like, or season 2 starting. No, we got to wait. But that's like 10 weeks in or 9 weeks in. So most shows are going to be kind of done by that point. Comey Can't Communicate.
Yes.
I don't know. Will we be watching it?
Do you even have the...
Comey Can't Communicate. We will be doing the reviews. Rough drafts are in the way and we're working on them still. But this is episode 1's already premiered. And it will be... Do you have what it's going to be on? I'm trying not to click on it, go back and forth too much.
Yeah, I can... I'm assuming... Oh, it's on Netflix.
Oh.
I don't know if they're doing the weekly stuff.
I think this is one of the few that they are doing weekly of. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we want to watch Comey Can't Communicate. Super hype. The manga was super good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still reading the manga. I didn't realize we went to Barnes & Noble's. Borders doesn't exist anymore. And they have like 14 volumes there. So they have quite a bit. 86 part 2. Episode 1 was good. I liked it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything from the new season yet.
Yeah, but we were watching season 2. So far, it already has an 8.1, which is pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Just to start off with. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. This is actually made by the same guy that did Redo of a Healer. And it's on my to-watch list because it looked very interesting. Animation looked good. Now, granted, whether or not they take a Redo of a Healer route with it might sway my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're both watching that, right? Or is that just a me thing?
I'm not sure yet. I kind of want to see what all that I have on the plate, just because I work 12-hour shifts, so like it's kind
of. Boruto Next Generation. We're not watching that.
World's Finest Assassin is on Crunchyroll.
Boruto, we're not watching that. Now something sad did happen to Boruto. Ninetales finally disappeared. So sorry to all you Naruto fans. Like when did Naruto originally come out? Like
2003.
Yeah, 2003. So for like 18 years, that Ninetales has been with us, and people that read the manga even longer. So it's kind of sad to see that happen. Kind of makes sense for story progression because they've already done everything they could with it, basically.
The one after that, Mirako-chan.
I'm watching that for sure. The
Yes,
manga was
I am.
like I've read the first couple chapters of the manga. That shit's so fucking hilarious. Like hilarious and like spoopy at the same time.
That one's going to be on Funimation.
Should we watch Jaha? I don't know. Never seen it. Heard shit.
I might give it a try.
I don't know. Maybe
That
one
one's
of the
on
characters are
Crunchyroll,
real
though.
like, you know, in the BDSM shit.
You
Fucking shout out to the Ruji there.
You've sold me.
You sold me. Yeah, we'll still be continuing that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I accidentally clicked on it. They're currently on episode 10, and then they're going to be doing episode 11 here soon.
Yeah, it's only 20 episodes, so it'll be finished before anything else we're watching.
The next one on the list is Banished from the Hero's Party. I decided to live in a quiet life in the countryside. This one, I think is going to be hit or miss. I think I'm going to watch the first 3 episodes and then decide if I want to stick with it. A lot of these shows I'll be doing that. I'll be watching 3 and then deciding.
This one's on Funimation. I think I might pass with this one. I don't know. It's just not jumping out at me.
Yeah, some of the animation looks good, but it's just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Next one on our list here is Tonkit Op Destiny. I'm definitely watching this because it's made by Mappa and Madhouse. And like just the trailer alone looks so fucking good. Their episode 2 comes out in a couple days, so episode 1's already out. A lot of people have it hyped.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, and it has a 7.93. So it's kind of up there for ratings. The Faraway Paladin. I don't think I'm gonna watch this. I think I'm gonna skip. A lot of these shows I'll be watching the first 3. And then if they're good, then I'll keep watching them in a background sort of sense. And then at the end of the season, do a review on them. But I don't think it's going to be one we'll talk about.
Yeah. If anyone is interested on that one, that's on Crunchy. We're not watching Shaman King.
Rip. The Fruit of Evolution. Before I knew it, my life had it made. Not watching this.
Yeah, it's not really jumping out at me.
Looks meh.
Finna
Pirate Princess. That's been going on. I'm going to watch it in the background. I'm not going to talk about it. It's continuing from last season. A lot of people say it's like, oh, One Piece, but with a female. It's like, okay. I haven't personally seen it yet, but I'll be watching it in the background on there. So that's kind of a skip for both of us there.
Platinum Man.
And we're definitely both watching that shit.
Yeah.
From the creators of Death Note, correct?
Yes.
So it's supposed to be really well stacked.
It's on both Funimation and Crunchy.
Yeah, they don't have a rating on it yet. Episode 1 apparently came out today. So maybe it'll be pretty good. Blue Period. I'm going to be watching that.
I would like to. You said it's on Netflix as well.
Yeah, but this is one of the ones that someone said it was going to air weekly.
Is it weekly only in Japan, though?
Yeah, that might be the thing.
And
I know it's weekly in Canada.
Yeah, but Netflix Canada is different.
Do you not have a VPN?
No.
Oh, well, I have a VPN. I'll have to let you borrow it so you can at least see it. It's good. I mean,
Blue Period. Oh, I see the first episode.
That's what I was saying.
No, it says season 1 trailer.
So I don't know if I should watch Blue Period justice.
It says new episode coming Saturday, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe we'll be behind by a week.
Maybe.
But Blue Period, got the manga here. Read some of it, not all of it, because I'm still doing a review on it. There's a lot this season that I own the manga for, so I'm going to watch it. The Aqua Top on White Sand. We're not watching it just because it's continuing from last season. It's a slice of life.
Yeah.
It's not planned for background.
For Comey, by the way, real quick, it is on Netflix. I can see it. It says new episode coming October 21st.
So maybe we'll just be behind by a few weeks.
Yeah.
I
Possibly.
hope Netflix at least takes the anime and does weekly stuff with it. So that makes sense for new stuff.
So
I already talked about Aqua Top. Restaurant to Another World Season 2, I'll be watching because I watched Season 1 religiously because I just like cooking anime shows. Food Wars is a little over the top, but at least Restaurant to Another World, you sit there and you just feel calmed. You know what I mean? You watch an anime and you just feel calming. That's already on episode 2, or it's about to be. My Senpai is
that
annoying.
one's on Crunchy, and then I think Senpai is on
Funimation.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it's on Funimation. I saw it there. We're both gonna watch that, eh?
I don't know how to feel about that one because it kind of just reminds me of Uzaki, and I don't know.
Is it the same studio? No, I don't think it is because it's Doga Kobo. I'll be watching it. You should watch it too. All right, worst that can happen is we drop it. Like we stack it a bit and then watch it.
Yeah. Doga Kobo has done Helpful Fox Senko-san and How Heavy Are the Dumbbells That I Lift. They also did Sing Yesterday for me, and that one was... So, like, they've done a lot of shows. It's very, like, hit or miss kind of shows, which is, kind of sucks, because they've done Sleepy Princess and then Gabriel Dropout, and, like, the other two that I had mentioned were pretty good. But even in that same vein, they also did Ikebukuro Westgate Park, so...
Yeah,
I don't know how...
Ikebukuro was animated good. It's just the story was shit.
Yeah.
Well, besides that, Scarlet Nexus won't be watching because it's continuing from last season. Not that we're not going to continue them. It's just...
it wasn't already on our list, and catching up 16 episodes
is a lot.
Yeah, especially with everything else.
Arena the Vampire Cosmonaut.
Yeah.
We're both watching this because the trailer looked fucking good.
Yeah, it's also just a humorous title to me.
Yeah. World Trigger 3rd season. Won't be watching that because obviously 3rd season.
Mm-hmm. We have 2 vampire shows.
Yeah, I think there's actually a couple because I think that art one is based off it. The Tapiope, whatever. The Vampire Dies in No Time. That's not on my list. It's on my radar, but it's not on my list. But it's done by Madhouse, which has done some good stuff.
That one's on Funimation. I think this one is kind of on my list, but I'm not sure. It has a decent rating so far.
Yeah, it's got a 7.67, which isn't bad for the start of a season.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the ratings will either go up a little bit or they'll go down drastically. Usually kind of where they start, I think is kind of where they end. Mm-hmm. Usually they go up maybe by 1 point. Ranking of Kings, done by Wit Studio. Very well-known studio. Did the first couple seasons of Attack on Titan. I wanted to watch it, but I don't think. I think it'll be a background thing that I might introduce, or there might be, like a small little insert of, hey, I'm watching this. This is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it might be one of those end of season things like Vivi, where it just comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh man, this is super good. Like first couple episodes were meh, but the ending of it was just fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm. That one's on Funimation. I don't know. The main character design just doesn't really jump out at me. Like the child looks kind of bland.
Yeah. Well, and also as a child, most kids look the same. Fuck you. All your kids look the same. No one's special. Tasho Otome, yeah. Whatever. Fairy Tale. We're both watching this, right? I think it was both on our list. Like we were interested in it. First episode doesn't come out until tomorrow. So it could be next week is when we're kind of officially announcing what we're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'll still be a couple episodes in.
Yeah. I think that one's on my list.
Yeah. It's on my list. It's done by Synergy SP. And it looks like...
It's on Funimation.
They
have done...
What?
Their second most thing by popularity that they've done is Battle Game in 5 Seconds.
But this looks animated better than that.
I hope.
Well, yeah, we hope. Maybe that's why Battle Game sucks so much. They spent all their money and time on this and not Battle Game. Battle Game had so much potential. But we'll get into that later when we give that ranks.
Well, we've bitched enough. If you really want to know our feelings, watch the last episode on Battle Game.
Sakugen.
Mm-hmm.
It's already had an episode. It's done by Satellite.
I'm inside the thing. It's on Crunchyroll. I was trying to pre-prep for that. Satellite.
Yeah, it's not on my list, but I might again watch it.
I think this one was up there for me, partially because the studio has done The Log Horizon, Fairy Tale, Somali and the Forest Spirit.
Oh,
Hellsing Ultimate.
So probably, they've done Hellsing Ultimate? Fuck. I mean, excuse me, I'm trying not to sneeze.
Girly Air Force.
Then I might add that. Yeah, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it looks like they've done almost or all of the Fairy Tale stuff.
So the next thing
They did
is
Macross.
dude. Ugh. I probably shouldn't watch it then. Well, I mean, I love Macross. It's the greatest fucking show ever. Everyone should watch it and suffer like I did. Which Macross though? Or is it Macross?
It has
Macross?
the triangle
Oh,
logo next to it.
I think that's Macross Delta.
Mm.
Deep Insanity: The Lost Child, done by Silverlink. Silverlink's done some okay stuff.
This one's on my list. The trailer looks so cool.
Yeah, I think it was on my list too. There's a lot of stuff. Now, the unfortunate thing about the timing of how this season worked out is like there's a lot of stuff where I'm going to watch the first 2 episodes of and not be able to come back till episode 5.
Yeah.
The
This one's on Funimation.
next one is the Heike story, done by Science Saru, and this was definitely one that I had on my list that I was going to fucking watch. But they're already on episode 5. But I think this was the one.
It's on Funimation.
Yeah, I think this was the one where the stories are either long or short. I don't think they all fell around the same time. But they're pretty far into the series, so I'll have to play some big catch-up come next episode.
It is from the studio that did Devilman Crybaby and Japan Sings.
Yeah.
And Ride Your Wave.
So, Dragon Quest,
No.
not watching. And then Mill Love Alternative. I don't think we're watching that.
No. I think we're getting down to some of the ones where it's like, maybe there's an outlier here, but...
Well, there's some of these mech shows that are down here that...
Mm-hmm.
Build Dive, I think I'm going to watch... It's going to be a background thing again. There'll be some shows where we might trade them out and I might talk about another show.
Mm-hmm.
Build Dive was on my 2, kind of low on my watch list. And then A-Man Warrior at the Borderline, that was on my to-watch list because it's done by Sunrise Beyond. And I really like everything Sunrise does because, Gundam. So I at first I was hating on this show.
Sunrise Beyond has only worked on a couple Gundam stuff, though.
Yeah.
Seems like only the last 2 years. They were founded in 2019. So
yeah,
it seemed like a spin-off.
I kind of scrolled down a bit because there's a lot of stuff like Pokemon and Princess Half Demon.
Yeah.
Case Closed.
We're not catching up on Detective Conan.
Are you sure they only have 1,022 episodes?
Yeah, episode 1,022 airs in 1 day and 7 hours.
How do they just keep going with this shit? You know what I mean? To try and kind of speed it up a little bit, we're kind of skipping over a little bit, like Sakuraki, whatever it is. We're kind of skipping over that. The trailer didn't look good. I doubt it's
Tesla note looked atrocious, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the picture looks great. Episode 1 came out. I haven't heard anything about it, which probably means nothing good happened. 180 Uyo de Kimi no Minio Wishu. It's the one that's only 3-minute episodes. I might just watch it just to watch it.
I like how it doesn't. We have this sorted by English titles, by the way, and that one's like, nah, man. Also, it looks like there's no official way to watch it currently.
Yeah, that's.
So I don't know if anyone in the U.S. Streaming sites has even bothered to pick it up.
I'm just kind of scrolling through the rest. There's really not a lot on here. A lot of them don't even have rankings.
Yeah, I was kind of curious with the Blade Runner, Black Lotus. That trailer looks pretty dope.
Yeah, but that doesn't come out for. Let me scroll back up to it.
37 days.
Yeah, so we'll have to revisit that. Daiji Meets Girl. That was one that was like. It's like a 1 minute, 30-second thing. It's a like super quick thing. So whenever they're just kind of like an anthology is how you say it. Other than that, there's not too much else on our list to watch. I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. Well, there was that Megatron Musashi. I'm so confused. That's the official way to watch is YouTube.
Yeah, I remember watching the trailer for it, but I remember it being kind of like, I don't remember it jumping out on me though. Because it's like all 3D if I remember correctly, right?
I don't remember. Episode 1 is available on YouTube.
Maybe we'll check it out. They did that for Sony Boy. The first episode.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they're going to fucking keep going with it.
No, it's not 3D.
Oh, I remember one of them being... God, that does
No,
not
that
look
was
great.
Tesla Note.
Oh, was that? That's right. It was Tesla Note. That pretty much does it.
Oh, never mind. Look at that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's all 3D. It looks like fucking dot. Like,
well, never mind. It doesn't look that great.
yeah.
I'm surprised. It threw me off that YouTube has it listed as its official
that's
place
probably
to watch.
Really quick before we move into our rankings of our other shows that people probably want to hear. I'm just gonna run down the movies real quick because we're watching most of these, or gonna watch most of them. The Violet Evergarden movie by obviously Kyoto Animations.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on having I think they won Best Show of the Season, or voted Best Show of the Season, which makes sense. The movie's coming out in 4 days.
RLS is retail sales, so like
You can
physical
buy it in
media
4 days.
instead of theater.
Yep. And then Sword Art Online, the movie Progressive Area of a Starless Night.
That's in 21 days, but I don't think the US has a date yet.
No, I don't think US has a date. So, but in 21 days, you'll see, pirates pop up. The only other movie we were looking at watching was, I guess there were a couple. There was Summer Ghost, which was one from me by Flat Studio. That's a theatrical release. That's in 34 days. And then Eureka 7 High Evolution, which is in 48 days. So it's quite some time away.
Yeah, that is the third movie in the series, though.
Yeah, and obviously done by Bones.
Mm-hmm. And that one's a difficult one because I know here in the U.S. the first movie is on Blu-ray, and I own that. The second movie hasn't came to Blu-ray yet, but it's not in theaters, and it's like, okay,
If you're a fan, you'll find it.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing.
Another movie that is in 20 days. It doesn't have a U.S. release, but someone said it's supposed to come out like a month after, was what I read online, was Sing a Bit of Harmony by J.C. Staff, which looks pretty good. And then the only other movie I think that we were interested in was...
You said you wanted to watch Macross Delta, the movie, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to, but then I'm like, I need to rewatch Macross Delta. And I really don't want to do that. I could probably just watch the last couple episodes and figure it out. No, the other movie, which we're seeing in, was that 3 weeks, is the My Hero movie.
Yeah, I think that technically counts from like the summer one. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple OVAs. I don't think we'll get into it, but there's a couple OVAs that we were looking at. We'll talk about them when they get closer.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even this, Ancient Magus Bride, I think they already had an OVA because it says episode 2 of the OVAs in 152 days.
Ancient Magus Bride is just so like...
Yeah, Kobayashi's still doing their short animation series EX.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are a couple episodes each. And then it's weird because Baki Hanma,
mm-hmm.
they classified as OVAs, but it's 12 episodes at 24 minutes each. It's a fucking season.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they're like the episode is like one episode like every 3 weeks or some weird shit.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it for the upcoming stuff.
Yeah. It says Way the House Husband Part 2 is coming out.
Yeah, I saw that, but I'm
They're
just
5 18-minute episodes.
Yeah. The Way the House Husband season 1, people gave it shit, but if you read the manga, it fits perfectly with the manga. Like the manga's only like couple pages each, quick little funny story things.
Yeah.
Now, as we move on, excuse me, I am looking up the seasonal anime. I'm trying to get the list up here. Do you have the list up?
I'm bringing it up now. Bear
Summer
with
anime
us
list.
real quick.
So, summarization of the summer anime list. For the A list, we watched My Hero, To Your Eternity, The Duke of Death and His Maid, The Detective Is Already Dead, Peach Boy Riverside. That was the A list. So we had 5 things. And then the B list was Tokyo Revengers, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2, Part 2.
Yes.
And then The Great Jaya Will Not Be whatever defeated. And then Battle Game in 5 seconds. So we did 5 for each, and we did at the beginning of the season switch out Girlfriend for Battle Game in 5 seconds, both of which were fucking atrocious. Somehow Girlfriend got best new anime of the season.
I don't know who gave it that, but
Fucking degenerates. If you voted for that, you're fucking degenerate. That show sucked. And I can say that. I watched like 7 episodes of it, and it's still, I hated it. So let's just go down the list. So A-list, My Hero.
Pretty good. Not as great as other seasons, but you can definitely tell that this is like really a tied over season into the next like movie and then season 6.
Because the end of this season ties into basically the movie, builds up to the movie, then the movie will build into season 6. They already announced season 6. So I'd give the season of My Hero, I'd give it like a B. If I'm being honest, the end of the season was way better than I think the beginning of the season. And there was a lot of like, to be fair, it was kind of drama heavy, setting up stuff. So I'd give it like a B. Is, we have our tier list here, which I may or may not animate. Probably not animate because.
No, we won't.
No, I'd do it just to fucking spite you.
Cool. It's only better for the viewers.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Fuck you, viewers.
I think B is fair. We could give it a number rating, but.
Yeah, I think a B minus for me is probably good.
Yeah. I think I'd agree with a B and a minus.
Yeah, the first part was a bit slow. I did like every so often My Hero does things right where they're good at showing tension for specific stuff. Like when Deku's power like manifests and Black Whip is kind of going crazy, and like that whole scenario where it's like, this is why I'm excited about like My Hero. Like, oh, this is some like cool shit. People are like freaking out. He doesn't know what to do. Like, some of that stuff is really good.
And Yukihara to the rescue.
Yeah, and
kind of to the rescue. She just fucking grabbed him. It was like, let's fucking go. Slap.
And then
the thing is, they had to build up this season too. I mean, the first half of the season was that tournament, which people even forget about because it's been such a there was a 13 episode season.
Yeah, 13 of those.
Yeah.
So like that was pretty tense learning about like Shigaraki's background and
emotional.
Yeah.
They started, I think, somewhat strong, kind of got boring and weak in the middle, and then built it back up. But I mean, to be fair, My Hero.
I thought it started boring, picked up a little bit, plateaued, and then picked up a little bit, and then dropped off. If that makes sense.
Well, I think the whole planning in the middle for the whole villain thing was kind of weak, in my opinion. And then they finished off with a big fight. It was a really cool fight. It's not winning fight of the year because that's going to go to Kobayashi. But okay. So our next thing on the list, my phone just turned off.
Rip. Was To Your Eternity.
Yo.
I'd still give it an A.
I'd give it an A. I want to give it an A+, but I'm like, I don't want to be the fanboy because there were definitely scenes where it's like, okay, let's get a move on, There were definitely episodes that I just kind of sat there like, whatever, I'm just going to sit through this. It's not the greatest episode.
Yeah.
Like when he was taken hostage, I just felt like he was taken hostage too many times. There were too many times of like, he's caught, he's not caught, he's caught, he's not caught. And they just went back and forth too much. But it did add to this story. So I think A would be fine.
Yeah.
A regular A.
This one's for you.
The Duke and His Maid, fucking S tier all the way.
Really?
No, I'd give it an A-. I think it was hilarious, and the 3D animation worked fucking great. Like they did it, and it worked perfect. They did it in the style they should have done, and it paid off very well. It could have paid off very poorly for them, but it paid off very well for them. And I'm excited because they already announced another season. They kind of had to because they left on a cliffhanger, and I think they did announce an OVA, and there's thoughts of a movie.
Oh. Okay.
So it's pretty well stacked. I would say anyone that wants a hilarious slice of life, it does have an overarching story, but it still is a very like, you can watch an episode and be fine and watch another episode. You can go in kind of whenever. There's a few details you need to know from episode to episode, but all in all, A-. Let's give it an A-.
The detective is already dead.
Yo, fucking F tier.
I think I'd give it a C-.
Yep. I think C- is perfect because it had a okay story kind of the whole time, but there were definitely scenes where it's like, okay, whatever, you made it work, but you didn't really make it work that much. But there were definitely scenes where it's like, that was kind of smart.
Yeah, either kind of smart, like kind of wholesome.
Fuck that helicopter.
Like, there were definitely some dumb stuff, and the story didn't go in the direction that it was expected, or the quality didn't hold up, but like, it's palatable.
The first half of the episode, if they would have kept that up the entire time, would have been an A tier show.
Mm-hmm.
But C- is fair. Peach Boy Riverside, if it was in chronological order,
Which you can now go back
which
and
you
watch.
can, it'd be a B-.
I'd stick with a B- anyways, just because like if you so wanted to, you could still just watch it in order anyways.
I'd give it C. I think it was average. And I say that because there were so many moments where they're like, here we go, hypedy, you're my enemy, we got to kill each other, to immediately have, now we're friends, and you get killed outside the city.
Well, that one was like, it was still kind of unexpected.
Yeah, but like, it was a thing of like, you're going from fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. No one wants to watch it. You don't go to a fucking race and then love it when they go fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. You want them to you want the momentum to stay.
Yeah.
So you said B-, and I said C.
Yeah.
Why would you give it a B-? Why do you think it's above average?
Is slightly above average because of the animation quality. It's undeniable that it was still animated really well. And there were just certain points where it's like, okay, I didn't think they were going to go that far. Like with some of the gore and like fight where it's like, you're talking about like, oh yeah, that kid got killed. Like, the moment he walked out of the city, and it's like, yeah. And they showed you that he was impaled fucking through the chest by a dude's hand, and he like just throws him off to the side, and it's kind of gory. Or, oh, here, thanks for handing my horse, and the entire city just gets decimated in a second, and the hand is dangling in the air. But some of that stuff where it's like,
that's a problem I had with it, though. It's like they can destroy a whole city, then they get in a sword fight, and it's like, okay, I can't beat you in a sword fight. It's like, just decimate the city again. Agree to disagree.
Well, I mean, some of them aren't even that strong.
Yeah.
She is stronger than the little kid.
Yeah. But I think the show had so much variance, and like, depending some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. Now, I hope when they put it on Blu-ray, I'm not going to buy the Blu-ray. Fuck that shit.
I might.
You might. Now, if they give you the option to watch aired versus watch chronological, that I think when they re-upload it to Crunchyroll, they leave it in chronological, and then you have the option to watch it as it was aired. Because there are perks to both, kind of gives you some more background. But if they would have launched it chronological, I think it would have had a high rating. I think a lot more people would have liked it a bit better. Because I think it ended the season at like a 7 something.
Which is still above average.
Yeah.
Also, I will point out, like, I like the Monogatari series. None of that shit is chronological order. So, like, I'm used to things that...
Aren't the series in themselves chronological? And then when you have the overarching thing, they're not chronological?
Oh, it's a mix of both sometimes.
Oh, okay. You just like lollies. She turns
adult
into a lolly.
Shinobu is crazy.
Did you buy the adult one or the lolly one?
I bought a Madoka crossover where they both look very similar.
And they're lollies?
Chibi. They have a chibi style. So would it matter if they're lollies or adults? Because they'd still look like that anyways. Because it's a chibi. Sir.
Comment below. I'd love to see that. I think the audience would agree with me.
You really? Says the person. How many Megumin figures do you have? How old is she?
What?
Wasn't she only like 14 or something?
No, the show's been out for like 5 years.
Yo, it seems kind of weird that you have at minimum 3 figures of a 14-year-old. That's kind of yikes. Get turned on, bitch.
Listen,
but yeah, I'd give it a B. I'd give it a B.
C. I remember when I say C. I said C-.
Yeah, you said C-.
Yeah. Maybe if I watch it again chronological, maybe it'll grow on me. Hey, Tokyo Revengers, fucking dude.
I'd give it an A. I wouldn't give it like an A+, but like I'd give it an A.
I'd give the beginning of the season a like B+. The end of the season an A. I think the beginning of the season was super slow because you're building. They built up the season very well. End of the season, dude, the part where fucking like Baji is just like, yo, you're not gonna kill me. I'm gonna kill me. And that kid's a 14, by the way. You you always forget that they're 14 because they look so much older than they actually are. Like, everyone in that show looks like they're fucking 20-something.
Yeah.
But I think we can agree on a A-. Overall, A-.
Yeah.
End of the season, A.
I mean, I did. It was good enough that I caught up on the manga.
My tears gave it an S. We're sad.
Kobayashi.
Yo, fucking S tier. Let's go. I kid you not. I will give it an S tier. They recreated everything I loved about season 1. Kana was fucking adorable. The new character didn't, like, shadow over everybody. And it was just very, very well animated. Even, like, nonchalant stuff. Like, the fucking post-credits end of the season. To be fair, that's a post-credits end of the season. They're just like, yeah, we can flex again. There were so many times that they're just like, we'll fucking flex. I'd give it an S tier. I think Kobayashi will forever be one of my favorite shows.
I'd give it an A.
I mean, an A+.
Yeah.
People died for this show.
Well, you're taking that out of context. Sir, you're rude.
They didn't show up to
You're
work.
taking the name in vain. Stop it. Yeah, I'd just give it an A. Like, I liked it a lot. There were some parts that maybe it's because my life has gotten very busy that it was maybe slightly too slow, but that's just a personal kind of thing.
The hard part is I just love, like, the relationship Kana and, don't tell me her name, Ikawa. Is that not her name?
Saikawa.
I got that Kawa part right. I wanted to say that, and I was like, I think it's Ikawa. It's like, dude, it's just fucking hilarious. Just, like, my favorite episodes this season, I'd say one of them is when they're in the fucking forest, and they all wander off from, what's her name? Don't tell me. Oh, Elma. And she fucking transforms into a dragon. It's like, is that a dragon? The little fucking kid is like, boop, fucking puts her to sleep. It's like, nope, saw nothing there. Because they even did it earlier in the season when Elma was in the water. And Kana's like, oh, your invisibility's not up. Sleep. Or no, she was blocking her from taking a photo. I'd give Kobayashi an S. I think it's just because I love Kobayashi so much. And I just love how the whole show's done.
All right, Slime.
Yo, fucking F tier.
I don't know how.
Can I guess? I'm guessing you're gonna give Slime like a B or a B+. If they didn't have all that diplomatic shit, it'd probably be like an A or A-. I feel like you griped a lot about the fight, and then we have like 4 episodes of like political shit.
I think
half
I'd
an
give
episode
it a
of fighting.
B-, because even like the problem with Slime and certain shows like this, whether it's Shield Hero, Bleach, Naruto, any of them, at some point, and of course they do kind of like do the on the nose kind of thing about it, but sometimes they forget that they're trying to also be on the nose about it. Like, he and everyone around him is so much stronger now than anyone else they've like came across, where it's like, you know, what once was a big monster that like a lot of people had to come together and beat in the first season, like another one of those show up, and then his general, which is off doing orders, just takes it out in one slice, and everyone's like, wait, really? And are super surprised, and it's like, well, cool, there's like not really an eventful thing going on here anymore. Yeah,
it's definitely, like you said, a Dragon Ball Z type thing where it's like, oh, Goku like beating Vegeta back in the day. It's like, oh, that was so hard. Now he beats Vegeta every time. The cap keeps climbing, which sucks. It's like if you played a game where you're level 100. Okay, that's the cap. Then they're like, nah, level 200. Looking at you, Destiny.
Yeah. So it's good, but some of the battles are a little bit underwhelming because they are so much stronger now. Where even like realistically, Rimuru at his current pace, like if he used his full power, I forget what her name. She's one of the demon lords that like he couldn't stand a chance. Like he'd be even with her now. Like that's, imagine in 20 episodes, your power went from like being this much and hers is this to being like,
yeah,
it's pretty ridiculous. And then there's a lot of diplomatic talk, which I didn't mind. It was kind of cool to like see some of that stuff, but like
there's only so much. Shield Hero did a good job of that, though, going like, okay, diplomatic shit for like half an episode now to like on the real shit.
Yeah, and I think the issue with that was we did a bunch of diplomatic stuff, and then people came in, so it made the diplomatic stuff a bit longer because there was suddenly like an extra character where it's like, and we explained it to him too, and then like they continue on kind of thing. And then it's like, all right, we're getting into Walpurgis, where all the demon lords are. And then they sit down and it's like, diplomatic discussion. This is why he's a bad person. And it's like, okay, cool. More discussion.
So you said C- though? Oh, sorry, B-. Are you sure the demon's name wasn't Jaya? Like in our next, the one we're about to talk about right now? Yeah, the fucking transition though.
It's real shit.
Jaya.
You're no
I'm gonna be honest. C. I think
C+?
it's.
I think it's.
I wanted to do C+,
Good.
but I think C. To be honest, it's fun to watch, but after 10 episodes, some of that like, I have no money is getting repetitive, and it's taking away from its initial like, the joke's gone on for too long, like. Put her in a better situation where, yes, she's still poor, but not extremely poor. Like, shows that are in the same situation over and over again, but are still, like, they do it real well. Biggest example, I guess since it's the top on my anime list, Fullmetal Alchemist. They're constantly looking for a philosopher's stone. They find one in the first step. I think in Brotherhood, they find it and finish it in the first 2 episodes. Then... the next 5 episodes, they look for another one. They find it, and they don't have it, but then they expand it each time.
The level of information and world building beyond that is continuously expanding because you're getting introduced to characters like Father and like all of the homunculus and like, there's rumors of plans and Scar and like a lot of that.
His real name is very long.
Like, at this point, all of the characters that are going to be introduced, unless there's like some real out there character that they just haven't even bothered, where it's like, well, if you're so important, why are we hearing about you now kind of character?
Yeah. Well, the thing is it's more of a, you've met the top 3 people, Jaya, Daruji. I don't remember what the other one's name is.
Oh, yeah.
You know who you're talking about.
Second or third in command or whatever.
The problem is like, they need to start building some more out on this world.
Camera just went off.
Did it?
Yeah, the screen's black.
Oh, I guess we're going with the 2 big ones then.
Okay. I don't know if you would maybe accidentally. The screen's black. So we'll just continue.
Well, it should have been off sooner than that because it's been 43 minutes. Oh, well. Besides that. No, but the whole thing with like Daruji and stuff, it's like they need to build out more. Like even if Daruji got the better job, moved into a better apartment, but there were still some downsides of it, then it'd be great. Then our last one, I think, is Battle Game, right?
Yeah.
That's the last show. Yo, fucking
D-.
I'd say D. But D's nuts.
Yeah.
No, it's D. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to run through why I hate it real quick. I do hate it. Animation started okay at best. So then went to, it's kind of good. They did a good job. To now at the end, it's like, okay, this is just dog shit. Like they're replacing 3D animation, which like I said, the Duke and His Maid works real well. In this, you can't switch 2D, 3D constantly.
Yeah.
And then the story just kind of died out towards the end of it. Yeah. And they still have more they need to do because technically hopefully this is the only season they do of it. If you liked it, dream.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if maybe they did another season and actually had a bit of a better budget.
Like did better with it.
Yeah.
And then the characters, you can't really relate. You have this super smart character, but he does some real dumb shit. I don't know. The character development is not what I'd want it to be.
Also, the ending kind of was weird.
Yeah. Well, the problem with the character development is they develop this one character a lot, our main guy. Then they bounce between like 12 different people. Quick. It's like 30 seconds. It's not like Game of Thrones. Like Game of Thrones, granted it's longer, But they're spending like 45. They're spending like 3/4 of the episode on developing this one character without you knowing they're developing this character.
Mm-hmm.
This show was just, let's hit all of them every episode.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want some like real unfiltered thoughts about that, again, I would just recommend watching the last episode because we really tore into it.
Yeah, but
it's kind of what we've got.
D and D minus.
Yeah. I think I gave it a 5, like on my anime list.
I need to update my anime list. We hopefully, like I said, I hate keep saying we're gonna do it. We're actually working on it. Like when we move, there will be more updated stuff because then we can just walk up to each other and be like, hey, update my anime list so we can update what we think of the show or what we've watched.
Yeah.
Because we'll have a cross-exanime my anime list and we have our individuals. Mine's not public.
Mine's not either.
Yeah. But we're going to try working on social more for it once we move in. So hopefully by the beginning of next month, which is like 3 weeks away. But
yeah, we unfortunately had a little bit of a bad luck trying to find a place. The initial one didn't work out, so it's kind of back to square one. It looks like hopefully in the next couple of days things should be moving along smoothly. Yeah. So
well, look out for some of the reviews. Like I said, I'm actually have some of mine in kind of the final stages of needing to be recorded. Justus is starting some of his. So
yeah, I've been just so busy. You know how my Monday went. So.
Yeah. So, see ya. It's episode 52.
Yep. And thanks for watching.
Watch one a week for every single week. Nice to you.
Bye.